Conversation going face to face, and then Tyrone Nesby steps between. Doug Collins comes over to settle down Michael Jordan.
Hey guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hello and good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. My name is Sean David. Let's talk some old school NBA basketball. Now, as you probably know, for the past couple of weeks, every once in a while I had videos with the topic of certain players disrespecting Michael Jordan and, well, instantly regretting it. And in today's episode, I want to have the Jalen Rose moment where he, trash talk, disrespected Michael Jordan and didn't turn out too well. But before we start with that, let me ask you guys for a small favor. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you enjoy the content. All right, you guys, let's do it. Now, just for the guys who don't know that Jalen Rose actually was an NBA player, let's have a quick look back. Yes, as I said, for those of you who only know Jalen Rose as this entertaining NBA commentator and analyst, I gotta remind you guys that this guy really could hoop and had a solid NBA career. When he came into the NBA in 1994, he was one of the most exciting guys of his draft class, since he played for the legendary Fab Five in Michigan. However, his start in the NBA with the Denver Nuggets was not the greatest. And it all started with one major problem. What position should Jalen Rose play? Rose was a point guard but was moved to all kind of different positions in his earlier career, which was pretty hard for him. Jalen struggled in his first years in the NBA, and after 2 seasons with the Nuggets, he was traded to the Indiana Pacers, where he came off the bench. It took him some years before he developed into more than a role player. But the good thing that really helped him was that he had great coaches in Indiana. One of them being the legendary Larry Bird. The Indiana Pacers in 1997-1998 were a sensational team with many great players such as Reggie Miller, Mark Jackson, Chris Mullin, the Davis brothers, and of course Rick Smeets and Jalen Rose. That season, they would face the mighty Chicago Bulls in the 1998 Eastern Conference Finals and take them to a Game 7.
1998, Bulls, Pacers. You played in a great Game 7, a legendary game. You guys were killing the Bulls, and Michael and company came all the way back and nipped you in the fourth quarter and went on to win their 6th and final championship.
The Bulls won 6 championships. They never went to Game 7 except against us. And what I remember the most, beyond the intensity, because I was playing with some tremendous veterans as well, going against that team, I just remember us being up 18 points in the first half, feeling like we might actually beat the Bulls. Then all of a sudden, it was like a video game. We couldn't get the ball past half court. I'm dead serious. It was like a college team playing against a freshman team.
Now, the super interesting part about that is that Jalen Rose was mega frustrated about something that happened at the end of the game.
In that game, fourth quarter, I made 2 straight shots, and they called timeout. And in the timeout, he took me out the game. I was pissed, and I ain't go back in. So I basically took a shower pill, jumped on the bus. Like, I was pissed. And I felt like I was gonna sit in the back and not talk to the coaching staff. And so I walked up. I was like, damn, Larry already on here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm gonna just walk, like a kid mad at their parents. Like, I'm gonna just walk past him and not say nothing. And he's like, Jalen. Turned around, like, all right, coach. He had a beer in his hand. He was like, should have got you back out there.
Definitely so.
And I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing else about it. I'll let it go right then.
So Jalen Rose was mad at Michael Jordan for denying him his trip to the NBA Finals. But there was another thing that Michael Jordan did to Jalen Rose.
Because part of my ego makes me think I was a member of the Bad Boys team, but I actually didn't get a uniform. So it's like when they walked off and didn't shake the Bulls' hands, when I look back at that footage, I was on the team. I felt that. That was everything to me.
And so they came back and clearly beat us, but I was just like the rest of the league, not in a position to be jumping up and talking trash to Michael Jordan as a Bull. Now, however, when Superman went to Washington and he became Clark Kent somewhere.
Now, as we all know, Michael Jordan had a second comeback where he would play for the Washington Wizards. And one day the Wizards would play against the Indiana Pacers, and Jalen Rose had a more than solid game. And then he ruined it by trash-talking Michael Jordan. Let's take a look at the game.
And Leon Wood and the Pacers control.
A lot of that is going to happen when they make shots. If they make shots, then it's going to be difficult.
Beautiful setup from Jordan. Jordan, yes.
But we're seeing a real style and identity and continuity offense here, something that not a lot of teams run in the NBA these
Would
days.
be able to split through, rejected by O'Neal.
Now, this is the kind of pace that the Pacers want. They want it quick. They'll shoot it quick from all over the floor.
Jalen Rose able to knock down. He now has 4 points, and the Wizards lead by 7. And I think back to the 2 previous games.
Love to see Courtney Alexander get to that free throw line a lot more. Now he's getting torched on defense.
Yes, Jalen Rose over Courtney Alexander. So the Wizards now lead 28-21. Jordan draws the foul.
Jalen suckered into one there.
21. They have won their last 2. And Michael gets inside. Rolling. So they have gone the other way in recent games. Jalen Rose to draw the foul. Jalen playing with the 3 fouls. Now has 7 points. Rose. Jalen Rose.
Of substance over height, the master of the footwork, the master of balance, the master of organization, the complete game. And when you dribble one way and jump back the other way, boom.
Shot clock down to 5. Nesby.
Look at Hamilton above the rim.
And Michael Jordan is there for the putback.
And that's a huge play. That might be just enough to close him out. Technical foul.
Double technical.
As Jordan and Rose in a heated conversation going face to face. And then Tyrone Nesby steps between. Doug Collins comes over to settle down Michael Jordan.
Why do you get involved in garbage like that?
Now for Jalen Rose, who's had the hot hand and helped lead Indiana back. Very foolish move to get involved as the Pacers lose him for the rest of the game.
Steve, back to your point, what could be more important than the team? You talked about the individualism. Oh, that should have been a bumping foul right there as Michael Jordan restrains himself as Jalen ill-advisedly comes in with that. Jalen trailing him in the bumping, the grabbing, the holding. Michael never stopping moving.
He took a shot right
Jordan
there.
hits him, bumps him off right there. And then when Jordan gets back in, Jordan pushes him to get his position. Jordan eventually works his way without ever having stopped moving, and then Jalen, after the end of that replay, came right in and just elbowed him or shouldered him.
St. O'Neal, we're told, will sit it out the rest of the way with a sprained left ankle as Michael Jordan adds to that Wizard lead. He shot well this afternoon, 11 of 19 for his 23.
Man, Jalen Rose was having such a great game, going toe-to-toe, head-to-head with Michael Jordan. The game was running, pretty well for him. And then he trash-talked Jordan. He got kicked out. Jordan took over the game, and the Pacers lost. Now, what's funny is, and that happens to many NBA players, Jalen Rose remembers the whole story a little bit different. He even thinks that he dunked on Jordan, which never happened. Let's take a look.
I'm taking him on the post, jump hooking over him, scoring buckets. I had like 30 that game. I did a play and I actually dunked, not on him, but around him. And I was hanging on the rim and I started talking trash. I came down off the rim. I said something that you can't be repeated on our airways. It was very volatile. It was very rude and disrespectful.
All right, you guys, that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you next time on the Basketball Time Machine.